Welcome everybody to this special storytime session with Elisha. And I'm just going to do an acknowledgement of country and a little introduction. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today. I would also like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Elisha Bullen is a speech pathologist who's recently completed a Bachelor of Applied Science and Master of Speech Pathology at Latrobe University, Bandura. She currently works at Central Gippsland Speech Pathology and is based at the clinic in Traralgon and also across various primary schools in the area. She enjoys working with a range of clients who have speech, language, literacy and social communication difficulties. However, she has a particular interest in literacy and language development. Firstly, Elisha will talk a little bit about her role as a speech pathologist, and then she'll read from the winning book from the Speech Pathology Book of the Year Awards in the 3 to 5-year-old category. The book is called Boo Loves Books by Kay Bailey and illustrated by Tracy Grimwood. Over to you.
Thank you, Vicky, for the lovely introduction. I'm just sharing a presentation with you now. Hello, everyone. I am very excited to be here today to talk to you about my role as a speech pathologist and how we can support children with their literacy skills. As Vicky mentioned, I will be finishing today's presentation with a book reading of Boo Loves Books. This book won the award for Best Book for Language and Literacy Development in the 3 to 5-year-old category as part of Speech Pathology Australia's 2021 Book of the Year Awards. Firstly, a little bit about me. I am a certified practicing speech pathologist at Central Gippsland Speech Pathology in Traralgon. I grew up in Morwell and recently completed a Bachelor of Applied Science and Master of Speech Pathology course at Latrobe University. One of my favourite things about my job is getting the opportunity to work with young children on their language and literacy skills. Being able to read and write is an essential and lifelong skill that we use every day. Helping those who have difficulty with reading and writing is a very rewarding experience. Reading is something I have always enjoyed. One of my favourite books from when I was little was called Letters from Felix. It's about a toy rabbit who lost his owner at an airport and then travelled the world trying to make his way back home. He wrote letters to his owner from all the places he visited while he was away. The book included little envelopes in the book with letters, so it was really fun to listen to the story, but also play with the pictures and the letters. I would love to know yours or your child's favourite book, so please feel free to add it into the chat function. So as a speech pathologist, we get the opportunity to work with people across all age groups to develop their communication abilities. I predominantly work with children who have literacy, language, speech, or social difficulties, as this is my passion. One of the benefits of working in a regional area is working not only with the child, but also with their families and their schools to help them achieve their goals. We certainly play an important role in literacy development, as reading, writing, and language skills are linked and are essential for participation in everyday activities. Just quickly, the Speechy Library Talks are a new initiative. It was created by Speech Pathology Australia in collaboration with the Australian Library and Information Association. The aim of this initiative is to raise awareness regarding child language and literacy development and how both libraries and speech pathologists can support this. One of the main things I would like you to take away from this presentation is understanding that language and literacy are linked. Language skills provide the foundation for literacy skills. Now, when I talk about language, there are two components. The first is receptive language, which refers to our ability to understand and comprehend spoken information. The second part of language is expressive language, and this refers to our speaking ability and how we put words together to create sentences. Working on these language skills in young children will absolutely support their transition to literacy. As an example, I am currently working with a 5-year-old boy on his expressive language skills and his particular ability to use words and answer WH questions such as who, what, where, and why questions. To target this language goal, we read the book called Where is the Green Sheep by Mem Fox. This book includes lots of opportunities for my client to listen and answer WH questions and develop his language skills while using a storybook. A speech pathologist will also work with young children on their sound awareness. So things like understanding the letter M makes the sound, like mum starts with the sound. Or when two letters can make one sound, like our S and our H together make the sh sound. So that's our sound awareness. Language can provide the foundation for literacy in young children. If a child has solid language skills, such as understanding information and being able to speak and put words together, they are likely to achieve successful acquisition of literacy. So by reading books with your children, you're not only supporting their literacy skills, but also their language skills too. I will now be talking about 3 ways you can support your child's literacy and language skills while reading books. It is important to note that these recommendations are for children aged 3 to 5 years. So if you are interested in learning more about these skills in younger or older children, please visit the Speech Pathology Australia website. I have a link at the end of this presentation. Firstly, it is important to consider the type of book you choose during story time. Remember to select a book that includes a short story and lots of engaging pictures. Books that have pictures and a couple of sentences per page are a great opportunity for learning language and literacy, but hopefully it will also keep the child engaged. The book should also include words that the child is familiar with, so they understand the story and can comprehend the information. Librarians are great at knowing what storybooks are age appropriate, so I highly recommend getting in touch with your local library, and I'm sure they would be more than happy to help you. Secondly, we want to create moments of social interaction during story time. This means letting the child explore and let them hold the book and turn the pages and find the words. You can also encourage social interaction by pointing to the words on the page and talking about the sounds in the words. For example, today's book that I'll be reading is about a young girl named Phoebe. So during the book reading, you might talk about Phoebe, and Phoebe starts with the F sound. Then you might talk about how, maybe my name is Mum, and Mum starts with the sound. So that's that sound awareness coming in. I also recommend pointing to the words when reading a book so the child can understand what words look like and how they are different to the pictures. Children should be able to point to things like the title of the book and point to words on the page around 5 years of age. If you notice during the book reading that they are pointing to pictures, definitely talk to them about these pictures to support their language skills and understanding of the book. Lastly, story time should be a fun part of the child's day. It's a great idea to put on your silly voice and act out some of the scenes and use gesture so they can really understand the book, and it's fun. The more you read with them, the more likely they are to get involved and start to tell you what the story is about. While it can be repetitive, rereading books is how children learn sounds and the new words. It's an opportunity for them to build the connection between those sounds and letters. So if you do have any concerns or questions about your child's literacy skills, speech pathologists and your local library are here to support you. I have attached my email if you would like to send me a message privately, or I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. If you are looking for a speech pathologist, you can go to the Speech Pathology Australia website to find one near you. I also, and again, recommend talking to your librarian or someone at the local library, as they have a wealth of knowledge of books and can help you find a book that is age appropriate. I might get Vicky to chat to you at the end of our presentation today, and she can tell you maybe about upcoming events at your library. Okay. I will now be reading the book Bo Loves Books. This book aims to celebrate the joy of reading, and no matter who you are, there is a book out there for you. So I will stop sharing and I'll get that book ready. Okay, so this is our book, Bo Loves Books. If your child is around maybe 4 or 5, I'd be talking about how this here, Bo Loves Books, is our title. And our title tells us what the book is going to be about. And we have Kate Bailey down here, and she wrote the words in our book today. And here we have Tracy Grimwood, who drew the lovely pictures in our book. So let's get started. Oh, there's our title again, Bo Loves Books. Okay. Everyone in Miss Spinelli's class liked reading. Everyone except Phoebe. Phoebe, the book basket is that away, said Miss Spinelli. I know, Phoebe said, but I like to go the long way. Phoebe worried when she didn't know the sound of a letter, and letters that were joined together made her freeze. When Phoebe knew a word, she stayed quiet in case she got it wrong. A little later, Miss Spinelli made an announcement. No reading at school tomorrow. Phoebe whooped inside. Instead, we'll be reading somewhere special. Be at school early. We're taking the bus. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen next. Phoebe's tummy went flip, flop, flip. The feeling lasted all day, then followed her home. I'll be sick tomorrow, said Phoebe. Oh, are you sick now? Asked her mum. A little, but I'll be much worse in the morning. Tomorrow will be a good day, Phoebe. You'll see. The next day, Phoebe climbed onto the bus. She sat with her friend Harriet and stared out the window as the bus rumbled along. Then Harriet jumped up. "The animal shelter," said Harriet. Phoebe frowned. "This isn't a place to read books." "Every place is a place to read books," said Miss Spinelli. "Everyone follow the keeper," said Miss Spinelli. Phoebe squeezed Harriet's hand as they shuffled past rows of yipping, yapping dogs. Then they stopped. Miss Spinelli explained how each child would read, I wonder what's going to happen, to a dog. Phoebe was already worried about reading and she didn't know much about dogs. What a terrible day. "This is your dog, Phoebe. His name is Big Boo." This might be a time that you can have a look at the dog and maybe relate the story to a personal experience, like maybe you've got a pet or someone you know might have a dog too. Clutching a picture book, Phoebe followed Miss Spinelli inside. Phoebe stared at Big Boo. Big Boo stared at Phoebe. When he moved, Phoebe froze. "I want to go home," she whispered. "I'm staying right here," said Miss Spinelli. "This dog is a little bit scared, but he would never hurt you." "Scared?" thought Phoebe. "Of me?" "Talk about the pictures," said Miss Spinelli. "Your voice is all he needs." Phoebe got comfortable then, slowly opened the book. There are twinkling stars and a big red pirate ship ready to sail the seas. Phoebe watched Big Boo pick up his blanket. "Pirate monkeys?" Phoebe gulped as Big Boo stepped closer. "They're fighting over treasure." She could see Big Boo's skin where hair had once grown, a rubbery mouth with a droop, and eyes not scary but soft. "Maybe you escaped from a pirate monkey ship. Is that what happened to you, Big Boo?" Phoebe kept reading. When she got stuck, Big Boo didn't mind one bit. But before Phoebe finished the book, Big Boo picked up his blanket and plodded to the back of his room. "Why did he do that?" Phoebe asked Miss Spinelli. "He's used to people coming and going," said Miss Spinelli. Phoebe looked at Big Boo. She realised they were both scared of things. "Miss Spinelli, do you have a book about dogs?" Phoebe opened the book. "I'm staying right here, Big Boo. You'll see." Phoebe read in her best voice and didn't care if she got words wrong. She just wanted Big Boo to come back. And he did. One day at school, not long after, Phoebe announced, "This is my new dog, Big Boo. He's the best listener in the world. He loves books about dogs, and so do I." And And that is our book. Bo loves books. I hope you like that one. I certainly do. It's very cute. Okay, I'll just quickly get my slides back up just to finish off. There we go. Okay, I just want to thank you for your attendance today. I hope it's been informative and you've got some tips on how to read with your child or your children. I have attached the link if you are looking for more information regarding your child's literacy and language skills. The Speech Pathology Australia website also includes a communication milestones poster that talks about language skills for children aged 3 to 5 years. And if you would like a copy of these slides, please feel free to send me or Vicky an email and we can forward them on to you. I would like to thank Vicky for organising today's event. If you have any questions after today's presentation, please reach out and chat to myself or your local library. I will now pass it back to you, Vicky.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Elisha. I know you've put in an incredible amount of work to organise the slides and to practice that brilliant storytelling and to make that book even more special. It's such a beautiful book to look at and to listen to. The messages are fantastic. So thank you very much for your time. In regards to the library's storytime sessions, we're hoping to start again next year with our children's activities, including storytime, Wiggle and Jiggle and Baby Bounce. And we are also hoping to run some Sensitive Santa storytime sessions during December. And don't forget that we also offer a range of memberships, not just parents borrowing books or items for their children, but children can get their own library card. We have a Bright Eyes membership for children aged birth to 6, and then a junior membership card as well for the older members of the family. So we would encourage everybody when they do come into the library to inquire about signing up their children, so they get their own special card and they learn to manage their own books and choose books for themselves. But thank you once again for your time. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much.